Hey, we're back with another episode of Stadium Brats, my Pokemon Stadium Let's Play, where I'm playing with just rental Pokemon. I'm Chase Kennedy. Uh, I'm feeling a little bit sick. A little bit sick. Not because of Pokemon. I mean, I am sick that we lost the last time, but no, just changing weather, messing up my head. Maybe I sound a little bit different. Anyway. I really wanted to bring on another friend to watch me play and to help out with some strategy, but it turns out none of your friends want to show up for 2 hour long episodes as you try to complete hard content in this game. So this one's gonna be another solo. I'll get a friend on once I complete the Master Ball. So that is a good incentive to win this time. I'll also say I've done a little bit more research. I looked up some Pokemon individually here. Well, on every episode we look at Pokemon individually and go like, oh, Charmeleon, oh, that's a pretty good moveset. That's maybe a better moveset than Charizard, but blah 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 blah. I consulted some experts, which is just look into the internet, and we're gonna grab some slightly better Pokemon. I mean, I had some good picks before, like that Persian pick. People like Persian for the reasons I said. That stab slash, the coverage you get with Bubble Beam. It is a fast Pokemon, but as we learned last time, not the fastest. Also doesn't help that the opponents get to use up to level 55 and we are stuck at level 50, so that doesn't help us either. All right, we've got some options though. I think first and foremost we're still going back to Kadabra. Kadabra's so good, really fast, good special, has recover, which can be useful if we get into like a special fight. Obviously the defense is really bad. I really want to choose Alakazam. Psybeam's just not as good as Psychic, and the chance to confuse with Psybeam is good, but the chance for the special drop with Psychic is even better. So Kadabra still on the team. I knew that one in my heart. We faced a really good, I think he's lower here. We faced a really good Starmie when we lost last time. And even though the Starmie in the game or in here isn't so good, these aren't the best moves. We do get a Stab Surf. Thunder can be useful when it hits. Swift is pretty useful some of the time. Probably not using Harden all that much. It is still pretty fast though. I'm inclined to try a Starmie. What is Staryu's moveset? Oh man, Staryu's moveset's just so much better, but its stats are appreciably worse. So I think we go Starmie here. So we'll have a Starmie. Our Lapras pick was a good pick before. It's possible we still might want that Ice Beam. We'll see. The choice between Jolteon and Zapdos, both are good. Both are very, very good for sure. Jolteon's faster. Zapdos has some better stats generally. I think we're gonna go Jolteon this time, and the reason is because we really got screwed over at the Psychic user, and I don't know if Pin Missile is going to be all that useful, but I think we're gonna see. Also, like a toxic Sand Attack strategy, very cheesy, but potentially good. Sure, we miss out on just avoiding earthquakes completely, but we might have something else in the bag for that. So I think we are going to go Jolteon. And Jolteon should be the fastest, right? It's Jolteon or Electro. I think Electrode's actually the fastest, and then Jolteon's the second fastest. So we'll have a very fast Pokemon there. I'm between two here. So the Persian pick was really good, but Tauros also really good. I've mentioned in previous episodes, Double Edge is kind of it's like Hyper Beam and Double Edge switch places here. Their downsides go away in Stadium versus or Double Edge's downside goes away in Stadium, whereas Hyper Beam's downside goes away in Red, Blue, Yellow when you defeat a Pokemon. So if I defeat a Pokemon with Double Edge in this game, I don't take the recoil damage. Whereas you still would in Gen 1, where we've talked about Hyper Beam a lot, where you still have to take that recharge turn here in Stadium, where you don't if you defeat the Pokemon in Red, Blue, Yellow. This is really just taking Tauros for one move in Double Edge. The Fire Blast is okay, I guess. I think the Bubble Beam you get out of Persian is probably better. I think we're gonna try Tauros though. He's not as fast as Persian, but he's pretty close. I had some people telling me Jinx was really good. I mean, it is a psychic. It does have an ice move. Pretty decent special. Relatively okay speed. I think we're gonna try it. I think we're gonna try it over Lapras. And then we got one more slot here. Got a couple options I'm looking through on my list here. Part of me would love to go with like an Articuno. So that also gets us our Ice Beam. I mean, Jinx is doing some ice stuff right now, but this gives us our Flyer. Pretty good. Substitute can be pretty useful on some of these teams. Razor Wind and Sky Sack we will never use. Those are both two turn moves. Not the most helpful things. So that's one of the options I'm considering. I'm also considering... I wanted to check what Snorlax's moveset was. That's just not a very good moveset, as much as I love Snorlax. Who else were we thinking of? We were thinking of... Executor was still on that list. Gengar and Haunter on that list. Chansey was on that list. If we really wanted to be cheesy, Minimize and Rest together is messed up. Now, I think most of the time with such low defense and not great speed, I think we're going to get messed up before we get a chance to really do this. But I think for some people, for some trainers, especially that psychic trainer who's just using a bunch of special moves, if we could get Minimize on Chansey, rest it up to get back to health, and then Thunder and Fire Blast are inaccurate, but when they hit, that special stat of Chansey is going to make them hit hard. It's a thought. It's not one I'd like to do. I'd like to not do it if I could. Graveler, which we've used in previous fights here. Graveler's quite good. Stab Earthquake, self-destructive things go real bad. Seismic Toss for consistent damage. Walling out electric moves could be pretty good. So I think it's really between Graveler and Articuno right now. I guess there's also a... I just want to look at Nidoking. Man. I love you, Nidoking. I don't know on this one if we can justify it, knowing that's... I mean, we wouldn't take it for the Psychic Trainer, but there's just so many Psychic moves that would just absolutely mess him up. I love Nidoking, though. One of my favorite Pokemon. People are saying there's a Charizard's really good. I still don't see it. It does have good speed. Stab Fire Blast, fantastic. The Fly could be okay. The Swords Dance, you're really only getting the bonus on Fly, because that's the only attack. The other ones are special moves. Fire Spin, I'm not a fan of at all. Inaccurate and doesn't do enough damage. I love Charizard. I still don't see it. People are still saying it's a great Pokemon, and I'm just not seeing it here. It's Articuno or it's Graveler, And I think we're gonna go Articuno. This might be a mistake. We just don't have anything with ground moves. We already have Jinx with an ice move. Man, maybe I'm talking myself out of it. Or we take Articuno instead of Jinx. Maybe we do that. All right, let's take them both. Let's take Articuno and Graveler and swap out Jinx. If things go badly, we can use Jinx next time. I also want to check Tentacruel's moveset. Man, that's a bad moveset for such a good Pokemon. That's really disappointing. All right. Yeah, so no Gengar, no Haunter, which I still don't feel great about, but I think we'll be okay. We're going to try this team. We're going to see what happens. Now, I do also, I don't think I'm going to use it because I'm going to kind of remember some stuff from the last time I played. It's been about a week since I played the last time. I do have, like, on Cerebi.net, really great resource for all things Pokemon, any Pokemon game, basically. But they have a good set of, hey, here's what all the Pokemon, each of the trainers use in each of the cups. Here are the movesets for them. I feel like that's maybe a little too cheesy for what I'm doing here. So I'm not going to do it this time, but that is an option if things get really hairy. All right, Kadabra, easy pick. Kadabra should sweep like he did last time. I'm also going to take Articuno as a Pokemon that flies over a lot of this stuff. And then I think Starmie can beat out the Nidoqueen. Starmie with Psychic type walls a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I think Starmie's a good pick. So we'll go with those. But again, Kadabra should sweep with Psychic here. One of the weird things to me, thinking back to my time with Red, Blue, and Yellow, is you'd see Pokemon used by specific trainers or gym leaders or Elite Four members, and you go, man, that Pokemon was really hard to get past. Maybe I should use that on my team. And then you try using that Pokemon and go, man, this thing sucks. Weezing was one of those Pokemon, and Muck, both the Koga's Pokemon. Like, man, that minimized Muck is a real bastard. I wish I could use stuff like that. And you absolutely could take a Muck and teach it minimize and see what happens. But for whatever reason, in my hands, Muck never seems to be a very useful Pokemon. Which is sad because I love Muck's design. I know it's just like a pile of sludge, but I think it's great. I think it's so good. Especially the Alolan Muck, where it gets the rainbow colors and gets the dark typing. Good stuff. All right, that was the sweep we thought it would be. Got ourselves a perfect, got ourselves an extra continue. Seven to go. All right, electrics and grasses. Articuno. Well, the ice typing would take out Zapdos and the grasses. Problem is that Zapdos is faster than Articuno, almost assuredly. So that's probably not the best. Graveler could be okay. It does take the 4 times damage against the grass types. It's a tough call. I think actually Tauros is probably the best one to start with here. Fire Blast can work against a lot of the grass types. The Double Edge is going to be strong against basically everything. So let's take that. Man, I'm thinking just Kadabra again. So it's between Kadabra, Articuno, and Graveler. I think we are going to take Articuno because it's really going to wall those grass types. And then we could just take Graveler to also wall those electric types. Kadabra's going to be the more consistent against all of them. Kadabra does have Dig, but it's not very good. Let's go ahead and take the Graveler. I think if Tauros can take out one of their Pokemon, we can use the other two to wall basically everything else. This thing's faster. I don't think it's going to self-destruct on us immediately. It's probably going to go for Thunderbolt. We could just switch directly into Graveler. I imagine it's probably going to switch out on us at that point, but I think that'll be okay.
Changing Pokemon. That Pokemon must not have been the right
I think the worst thing it could do on a switch in would be Zapdos, because we're going to be using Earthquake. So if it didn't bring Zapdos, we'll be in a good spot. Okay, that's actually fine. Okay. I mean, it's just Seismic Toss. Make sure we finish it off.
It can't make a move. Seismic Toss. Yes.
Seismic?
Oh,
That's what the announcer said. I've always pronounced it as seismic. Seismic activity. I don't know. You get weird things with that in Pokemon and some other things where you just feel like you've said it one way and, you know, are the other people wrong? Like even so I call it Tangela because, you know, it's a tangle of things. It said Tangela, and I don't know. I know this is official, but is this as official as, you know, watching a Pokemon anime or something? We'll switch Articuno here. It's a pretty hard wall for this, as they call it, a Tangela.
Oh, it's Articuno.
Growth's pretty good. I don't think it's going to help it out at this point, but it's a good move. We could also, probably very pointlessly, but we could throw up a substitute. Let's go with one Ice Beam. You know, maybe we get a Lucky Freeze, and then we can use a substitute. I think with the growth, this isn't going to kill. Oh, wow. Called it. Well, now we can use a substitute and be ready for whatever they've got in the back. Okay, I was kind of hoping you kept it out there, but that's fine. Okay, this actually works really well, because now the Zapdos is going to use Thunderbolt. It's going to break our substitute, but we'll get a move off, and we can use this Ice Beam. And that should do a lot of damage to it. Okay, well, that's fine. It just wasted an Ice Beam, I guess. I have always thought that was an interesting thing on Stadium, is that when the Pokemon flies, the move still tries to hit it. Like you saw the angle of the of the Ice Beam went up there, but it clearly was always going to miss. That's just how the game works. Okay. I think now that it's under 50, I think we go back to Graveler. And its Thunderbolt's gonna miss. Or not miss, it's gonna be ineffective. And then we can go to Seismic Toss.
What now? Oops, that's a miss.
And so it might go back to fly here,
Affect the outcome.
but we can just wall it out at this point. Yeah. So we'll miss this move, but then we'll hit the next one.
How's that? Missed the target. What a furious battle. Now. What's this? The attack wasn't effective. Savage attack. There, it's a hit.
Okay.
Oh, is it down?
And now the frozen
There's a
Tangela
difference in the
comes
number
back
of
out.
reserve Pokemon.
And Seismic Toss probably.
There's
Nope,
nothing left in
not
reserve.
quite.
It's a frozen statue. The remaining Pokemon
Why am I...
3-1. The battle has become
Is-
one-sided.
is
It's
ground-
solved.
I don't know if this is just not very effective. Okay, it is. Wow. Huh.
Neither one is
Thought it was neutral.
conceding an inch.
And now the toss.
Can't make a move.
I don't think strength would have been enough to beat it. So I think it was probably always a 2-turn.
Oh, it's now.
All right. Another perfect. Another continue. Okay. Kadabra does a pretty solid job against Machamp, Gengar, Magmar, and I think it would do relatively okay against Jing. It'd probably be fine against all of them because of just the really high special. So I think we go there. I think Tauros actually could be pretty useful to take out some of these psychic types if there are problems. There aren't a whole lot of great fighting moves in this generation of Pokemon, so I'm not super worried about the Machamp. I guess like submission is the worst thing it could do. And I think just having yeah, I still think I want to try the Tauros. And then what do we do? Articuno's not the worst. It's maybe not the best though. Starmie could be okay. Jolteon could be okay. Maybe we try Jolteon. We did bring the pin missile. This kind of gives us something to test with before we get into the other psychic trainer. In fact, let's lead with Jolteon. Lead Jolteon and Kadabra and Tauros. Because I do kind of want to see if they throw out Hypno
Coming battles look
or Jinx first. I would really like to see how Pin Missile does.
free.
Okay, perfect. Oh, is this the one that just uses metronome on everything? Is this where we got our gross rap, metronome rap Jinx? That wasn't very good. That wasn't very good at all, was it? Counter?
Some counter.
At least it missed.
The attack missed.
I mean, that was a 2-hit Pin Missile. I guess if it was a 5-hit, that would have been pretty decent damage. Let's see how a Thunderbolt does in comparison. We might also get a Paralysis. See, that just felt like a better move.
What now?
Okay, Rock Slide's fine.
Neither one is conceding an inch.
So we can just Thunderbolt and finish it off. That was a disappointing Pin Missile. I know Jolteon's attack isn't the highest. Bug moves are attack moves instead of special moves here. I mean, I guess they've always, well, not always been attacks, or attack special. You know what I mean. They split it up at one point. There are special special bug moves these days. Signal beam and whatever. I'm gonna try pin missile again. Probably a mistake, but I want to try it. Okay, that's a 3-hit. Oh, and a crit. Oh, and that was a crit? Ooh. Not very good. Not very good at all. And let's go back and see what a Thunderbolt does. I mean, it's possible that that pin missile is going to be much better against the Kadabra and the Alakazam, which have just painfully low defense. So maybe we'll be okay there. Now that we're asleep, I'm almost positive this thing has Dream Eater. So let's switch into Tauros, knowing that it can't put my Tauros to sleep because I've already got a sleeping Pokemon. This should also be able to show off the Double Edge.
What'll it do? Oh, the attack missed. Will this Pokemon
Yeah, Hypno is so creepy, but I kind of like it. It just got so shafted because you're in the same game with Kadabra. Yeah, no health taken. That's great. No recoil. Yeah, of course they had the Gengar in the back. So the question, I guess we just immediately switch into Kadabra, right? Double Edge doesn't do anything here. In fact, our only move that does anything is Fire Blast. Fire Blast isn't going to do much damage to this. I guess we could burn it. What's it going to do to us? Thunderbolt, I guess? That would be... I don't know its moveset, but I imagine that's what it's going to use. So we could either switch into Kadabra and probably tank a Thunderbolt. We could also switch into Jolteon and tank a Thunderbolt pretty easily, but then we're still asleep. I don't think this Gengar has Dream Eater. Let's try that. Let's go into Jolteon, see if this thing's actually going to use a Thunderbolt, because that'll tank it well. And then if this thing has Dream Eater... Okay, it's just Metronome. What are we doing? This is... I'm overthinking this. This is... I forgot. This is just the trainer that uses Metronome all the time. So let's, you know what, let's... Oh, it does have Dream Eater! All right, well, as long as it doesn't kill, that's fine. So let's assume this thing is going to use Dream Eater again. And now... So this was very close to the big brain thing I was thinking, but I was going to switch to Jolteon for a Thunderbolt, and then in Dream Eater I would switch to Kadabra. Thought it probably didn't have Dream Eater, but it does. So we'll switch to Kadabra now. Now we should avoid the Dream Eater. And now we get our free Psychic in. Well, it might not be free. Gengar might be faster. I would have known this if I consulted Cerebi, but it shows you that I didn't. Man of honor over here. Thrash! Okay, at least it didn't kill. It's a pretty good move. This thing's just gonna thrash again. We should live it, unless it had a bad roll the last time. We could also just switch back to Tauros, who could take the thrash a little bit better, because now it's about just getting the perfect. Let's try for Psychic. If we die, we die. But okay, good. You know, for the metronome trainer, didn't use metronome a bunch in that battle.
And there goes the battle!
Okay. So it makes sense to lead Jolteon. And if they have the ground types, then we'll switch immediately into Articuno. And man, do we go Starmie, who's got moves for both? Actually, do we start with Starmie? No, because that Thunder is so inaccurate. I'd rather not leave a Starmie out like that. We could go to Kadabra, who just does fine against basically everything here. We don't have to use Kadabra. Kadabra's just such a safety blanket, you know? This is the time to use Starmie. It's good. It's pretty good against all of these Pokemon. But I still think we lead Jolteon. Yeah. Yep, I think that's what we do.
The crowd's excitement is building. This is round 4.
Okay. I'm pretty happy with that.
Now,
How is the Starmie faster? Oh, it's not. It's not faster. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's not gonna work.
here's the first move.
Probably should have just used Toxic, thinking they would have done exactly that. But two could play at that game. We can switch to our Pokemon that walls your moves.
Oh, it's Articuno.
Yeah, get that crap out of here.
What now? Oops, that's a miss. Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle? The Pokemon returns
Okay.
to its Pokeball.
But this Ice Beam can hurt anything. Probably not much, but it could. Okay, Rock. Guessing that's why it threw it out there.
What's next? And the weak spot.
Crit,
How
that's
will the
fine.
swapped Pokemon fight?
If you're going Rock, I don't really want to put Jolteon back out there. I guess we could go Starmie.
They're
Starmie should be able to take the Rock hit pretty well.
Change of Pokemon. Oh, it's
And then we could just try Thunders. Okay, or it just uses Water move instead. Why not?
missed the target. How will this swap affect the outcome?
Just need one Thunder to hit, baby.
What'll it do?
Yeah.
What now? The attack was
Okay.
effective.
And then a Swift should be enough to take this out. I mean, it should absolutely be enough to take this out. Even with our lower attack, even with this being not very effective. Never mind. Just absolutely punished.
That was weak.
Yikes. Should have just gone with Surf. It would have been just as effective. Ugh. Well, now I'm gonna use Swift again just to spite everything.
It's a swift attack. Yeah, it's a hit.
God, that's ridiculous.
Is it down and out?
There was very little chance that Surf would have missed anyway. Like, on almost zero, an infinitesimal amount. And I thought, oh, but Swift is guaranteed to hit, so obviously Swift's the right call.
How will the difference
I'm an
affect
idiot.
that?
Now I have to switch to Articuno because an Earthquake kills Starmie, and maybe a Surf beats the Sand Slash before it has a chance to kill me. But yeah, gotta switch.
What'll it do? Oh, the attack missed.
Idiot! I could have just used Surf, stayed in, and killed the Sand Slash.
To its
This thing still has 2? Oh, because it's switched out. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, that's fine.
What now?
It's a lot of very unnecessary switching.
How will the SWAT Pokemon fight?
So this thing should have Thunderbolt, right?
Oh, there's going to be a change of Pokemon.
This is so dumb.
What's next? It's not very effective. How will this SWAT
All right.
affect the outcome?
They're gonna switch to the Sand Slash, yes? Right? Right? So we'll use Pin Missile here.
Now,
Yeah.
the trainer's changing Pokemon. What's this?
This is so bad.
Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
We have to do this because I want that perfect.
Here's a
We need
Pokemon.
that continue for later. So we're just gonna have to do this back and forth until we finally get this to work.
How will the SWAT Pokemon fight?
We could use... Man, I would try... We could just use Ice Beam again. It's not going to kill the Starmie, and then we'll have to do this whole charade again. We could use a substitute here
Turn each other down.
to do something. I guess it would just buy us 1 turn of Ice Beam anyway.
The trainer
We can't use our other moves because they're both 2-turn moves. We have to go through this. I'm so sorry to... Oh, it's sticking in. Okay. Sure. Maybe the computer got as tired as I did.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. We're down to the last
Okay.
Pokemon.
And now one more switch.
Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided. The Pokemon returns to its Pokeball.
Yep.
What now? Miss the target. How will this swap affect the outcome? Right! Thunderbolt! That one hurt!
And the crit. All right.
Oh,
Yikes.
down. And there goes the battle!
Okay. 4 battles down. Halfway. All of the perfects. So we've got ourselves a lot of continues for that possible volcano badge battle. Okay. I think Kadabra's the right call to start with. Psychic does fine against all these things. It does really well against Gengar and Haunter. I think that's the call. Jolteon does quite well against 3 of these Pokemon and does okay against the other ones. So we'll take Jolteon. And then what? And then what? Starmie, I guess, beats out the Ninetales of the Aerodactyl. Has a Thunder for Lapras and Cloyster. Yeah, that's probably the right call. I don't think Tauros had a place here.
We're in the last half of the tournament. Things will get white hot. Begin round 5.
Okay, this thing does hit pretty hard. It is fast, too. It has a hyper... It can have a hyper beam. I think, like, a crit rock slide probably kills Kadabra. Could switch to Starmie. If he does have a Hyper Beam, Starmie probably tanks that better, and then can come back with Surf. It's probably faster. I think this Aerodactyl is faster than Starmie as well, though, so that would basically give it 2 turns of attacks on Starmie. Or just 1 if it's a Hyper Beam. I think we try. I think we try a Psychic here. If we lose a Pokemon, we lose a Continue. That's too bad. Okay, Supersonic. That has a chance to miss. Even if it hits, it's not the biggest deal. Okay, fine. Okay. So let's just do that again. Even the confusion's not the worst thing. But man, got lucky.
What's next? There, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out?
Would be interested to go back and see what that Aerodactyl's moveset is later.
Oh, it's Ninetales. How will the type difference affect
This, I think we should just immediately switch to Starmie. Psychic probably still would have done fine work here. But I think at this point we want to preserve any potential health. So yeah, they're really just trying to confuse us. But I think a confused Starmie here is still much better than a confused Kadabra in this situation.
Right, that's sir. Super effective.
Okay.
What's this? The attack wasn't effective. Neither one is conceding an inch.
It's fine.
It attacked itself.
We just don't want to get burned here.
It didn't do much damage.
Burn wouldn't even be the worst thing, it's just
Battle continues.
inconvenient. Okay, that's not great.
Oh, it's confused. What now? That was weak. Fireworks are flying in this battle.
So, do we leave it in and try the Surf, which would absolutely get the kill? We might even break out of confusion. But at that point, we'd still be basically sacking it.
Another down.
We could just switch back to Kadabra right now. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
The Pokemon returns to its Pokeball.
Flamethrower shouldn't do a ton of damage here.
Ah! A decent hit.
It did okay.
How will
So we're faster here. We'll hit the Psychic and then see what they've got in the back.
a psychic blast?
Cloyster, maybe?
There, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out? There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. Oh, it's
Gengar. Okay.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
I think this Gengar is going to be faster than us. But does it have a move that kills Kadabra?
They're staring each other down.
I think you have to go for it. Okay, just confusing. That's
It's confused.
potentially okay. Damn it.
Whoa! It attacked itself. What a furious battle.
We're going to try it again. Psychic. It's not going to be too bad. Oh, the special drop's so bad. And we missed. No!
Still confused.
Man.
Excitement is building over this hot battle.
I think at this point we have to give away the perfect. I don't think we can switch Jolteon into a psychic, especially if it gets a special drop. We're in such trouble. I think at this point we have to let Kadabra die, and then have a full health Jolteon against this Gengar. I just don't see another way around it. We can't bring in Starmie because the same thing would have happened. I guess the Nightshade would have only done 50 to Jolteon, but I still think we need all of that HP. Jolteon should be faster. But Gengar has pretty decent special as well, so I don't think this Thunderbolt's going to be a 2-turn. I think it's probably going to be a 3-turn. A paralysis would be incredible here. Yeah, it is going to be a 3-turn. Confusion's not going to be great. It would have been great if one of those missed. Should be going back to Psychics now. I guess what we could have done there was use a Sand attack. Okay, well, the crit helps. Yeah, I suppose what we could have done there is also use a Sand attack, which might have made that Confuse Ray miss and then helped us out further into that battle. But thankfully, we got lucky with the crit, and we're okay. That could have easily been a perfect if just one of those Confuse Rays had missed. That's okay. This is probably Growler's turn to shine, right? It stops everything except the Vaporeon. So let's take a Graveler. Do we take a Tauros? I mean, I think we need to take Jolteon too, for just to have something against the Vaporeon. I guess we could take the Starmie. Starmie having the Thunder and the Surf, maybe that's a better option. We could just take both. I think this is fine to leave Kadabra out. Tauros is just like doing good neutral damage to all these things, but not anything incredible. Maybe we do just take Jolteon and Starmie. Yeah, let's try it.
Field is thinning out. We're into round 6.
Does this Snorlax have Earthquake? We'll find out.
Here's the first move. A decent hit.
Rock Slide, great.
What will the trainer do now?
Even a crit, not a problem.
What a furious battle.
So if you're going to keep this thing out here,
Now,
we'll try for the 3-turn.
what now? There, it's a hit. What's that? The attack wasn't effective.
I guess this thing could rest at this point, but we're still doing just fine, so just keep going.
Earthquake. Good hit.
All right.
Oh, is it down and out?
That is a scary Pokemon that is now down.
What will the next Pokemon be?
If you brought that Vaporeon, this is the time you bring it out. Yep.
Oh, it's Vaporeon. How will the type difference?
So I think we switched to Jolteon here. I guess it's going to use a water move that would be less effective against a Starmie, but that Starmie is going to be more useful for whatever it has in the back.
Oh, it's Jolteon. What's this?
that's just fine.
Will this Pokemon
And now we can
swap
Thunderbolt.
change the flow of battle?
Like if they had an Arcanine or the Rapidash in the back, I think Jolteon's going to be less effective against those.
There's the attack. There hit.
Okay.
The intense
Fortunately, we don't have a setup move here, so we just have to... Be great if we had something that could up our special or our speed or anything, honestly. Some kind of stat booster would have been great.
It's down. There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. Oh, it's
Okay.
happened.
So now we just immediately switch to
The remaining Pokemon count is
Starmie.
2-1. The battle
Or
has
Graveler.
become one-sided.
But I think we go Starmie.
Now,
No reason to keep Jolteon here. Yes, the Thunderbolt would have been fine, but we have a chance to lose Jolteon, and at this point, we want the perfect. As long as this doesn't kill, we're very golden. Yeah.
how will the swap Pokemon
We should also be faster than this Rapidash, so that means we get 2 free Surfs. And I don't think this can stop 2 Surfs. Nope. Could barely stop 1.
It can't make a move. What a furious battle.
Now, does... I'm gonna use Swift again. Am I gonna get punished again?
It's a swift attack.
No, we're fine.
Oh,
Crit, just to make sure.
now.
Maybe it would have just done 1 damage, and that crit made all the difference.
Battle.
All right, we've pretty quickly gotten through everything we got through before. And now we're on to our real nemesis. We don't even know what the Earth Trainer's got. I think he's got dragons or something, but this is our boy. Yep. Man, what a scary team. But a much less scary team against a Jolteon. We have to hope those pin missiles do something. So we'll have Jolteon. What else do we bring, though? I think Tauros. Tauros is a fast Pokemon that could just do pretty neutral damage against all these things. The Articuno would be good against the Executor, and in some situations against Zapdos. Kadabra's still pretty good against a lot of these things. Starmie. No, I think it's Articuno, right? I think it's Articuno. It's got good enough special that I think it can at least stop some of these other attacks. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong call. Starmie is a psychic type. Could take a hit or two. Could beat the Charizard. Well, we do have a bunch of continues, so maybe we start with Articuno and see what happens. But I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna hope that this Jolteon, that this pin missile, this is what it's all for, baby. We should be faster. We could use Sand Attack. But we're gonna use pin missile. We're gonna get a 5-hit pin missile. It's gonna take out this Kadabra, and we're gonna be on easy street. Or it's gonna hit twice. Fine. Thunderwave, that doesn't work, right? Oh, it does. I thought that the same type of move, it was a Gen 1 thing. Maybe that's something that changed. I thought in Gen 1, like a Snorlax Body Slam could never, or like Body Slam could never paralyze a Snorlax because it's the same type as the thing. Like a Stun Spore is never gonna paralyze a Venusaur. Maybe I'm wrong on that. We're gonna try the pin missile again. Oh, that psychic hurts.
What now? Severe hit.
4-hit.
Super effective.
Ugh, man. Where's a quick attack when you need it?
Exceeding an inch.
We probably live. Well, probably is a strong word. We might live.
Face each other. What's next? Harsh blow.
Okay, don't be paralyzed. No!
It's paralyzed.
No! Oh.
Pokemon are exhausted.
Okay, we gotta leave him out. Thank you, Jolteon. Sorry it didn't work out.
A psychic blast. There, it's a
I guess we bring Articuno out next,
Is it down
because
now?
it still has to tank a Psychic.
What will the next Pokemon be?
'Cause Tauros isn't going to be faster than Kadabra. Articuno's not going to be faster. So it's really who lives longer.
Oh, it's Articuno. It has to make up for lost ground. How will the type difference affect that?
Don't use Thunder. Okay, used Rest. Oh no, that's even worse! That's even worse than paralyzing me.
Ice me. Heavy damage.
Oh man, what a hard decision. I think we're gonna substitute here. Hope this thing doesn't wake up. So that helps us against
Fast asleep.
a Zapdos that they might have in the back here.
It created a substitute. Fireworks are flying.
And now we'll go for the Ice Beam, which it's gonna be a roll, but I think it has a chance to kill. I hope it kills.
Major damage.
Ugh, man. Well, now it's gonna break our substitute.
HP.
So that was... Well, I guess we took less damage off it than we could have.
The substitute disappeared. Savage attack. Good hit. It finally
Okay,
breaks
we
down.
don't want to see Zapdos. We don't want to see Charizard.
Which Pokemon is coming
We don't
out?
really want to see Starmie. We'd love to see Executor. Yeah, I figured we'd see that.
We're even
Um,
two Pokemon aside. Neither Pokemon is backing down.
let's try this. This thing probably has Thunderbolt.
There's
Oh, it's fast. It's faster. It's not gonna matter. I was gonna say if it has Thunder, maybe we throw up a substitute and it misses. But this thing's absolutely faster than us. I guess it could still miss a Thunder if it has it, but I'm pretty sure this thing has Thunderbolt. We can just immediately switch to Tauros.
What's the matter, trainer?
I don't think that's the move, though. I don't know. Let's hope we live a Thunderbolt and maybe our Ice Beam just crits, or maybe it freezes, or maybe we just get absolutely crushed.
Vigorous attack. Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
Okay, well,
It's a head-on collision. Power versus power.
so Tauros can come in.
Oh, Thunderbolt.
It'll have to tank one Thunderbolt.
It's a hit. Oh, is it down and out?
And if we don't get paralyzed,
Pokemon left in reserve.
I guess it still depends on what they have in the back, but if we don't get paralyzed, I think we've still got a good chance. If they have that Executor, which maybe they do, if they didn't bring it in against
The 10th battle.
Articuno, we've got Fire Blast. Oh, we're faster?
Double edge.
Oh, damn.
There, it's a hit.
If they have Executor, we have a Fire Blast.
It's
We've
down.
got some stuff.
Both combatants are down to their
We could do okay against the Starmie.
Oh, it's a
All right. Maybe we've got this. It's probably gonna try to put us to sleep or something.
Coming right down to the wire.
Yeah, burn would be great. Oh, a crit's even better. Oh my!
What
We
now?
might get this.
Severe hit.
Double Edge should do it.
Both Pokemon have taken heavy damage.
Stab Double Edge? This should absolutely kill. If it doesn't, we're so dead.
How's that? Boom!
Yes!
Go now!
Woo!
And there goes the battle!
Okay. We haven't won yet. We still got to get past one more trainer. But that's big. We've got 5 continues for one battle. This old man. Oh, he's got birds. He's got dragons. Man, I think we lead Articuno because the ice beam just destroys Dragonite. And do we lead Articuno? We could lead Jolteon. Jolteon does super effective damage against half his team. Does pretty fine damage against Tauros. Could do okay against Dragonite. Could also paralyze Dragonite. And if they throw their own Jolteon, we could switch out to something else. Kadabra does neutral damage against this entire team. We could lead Kadabra. It's a tough call. Starmie could do well against Articuno and Moltres and Lapras. Graveler's not taking a bunch of damage from them. It would be nice to have something to switch into to slow down a Hyper Beam, of which that Dragonite almost assuredly has. We don't have much we could do back to it. It does wall the Jolteon quite well. If this thing had a rock move, it would have been really good against the rest of the team. I think you have to take Graveler, just as a pivot option. So is it Kadabra, Jolteon, Graveler? Do we need our own Articuno to really stop that Dragonite? I'm going to try Kadabra, Jolteon, Graveler. And see if that... And we'll just see. We'll get to see what some moves are. We probably won't win. We might win. But I think Kadabra doing neutral damage to all these things... It should be faster than pretty much everything except the Jolteon, right? So, of course. That's fine, because now we can immediately switch to Graveler.
Now, changing Pokemon. That Pokemon must not have been the right choice. Oh, it's Graveler. It used Thunder Wave. The move failed to click.
So,
They're both being
I'm going to assume that they have brought one of Dragonite, Moltres, or Articuno, and not use Earthquake here. Instead, we're going to use... Seismic Toss is guaranteed 50. Strength, we have no idea. I think the guaranteed 50 is better, so let's do that. Yeah.
the Pokemon.
Figured we get a switch, so that makes sense.
Oh, it's Articuno.
Okay.
What now? A decent hit. Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
So... we should be faster. if we put Jolteon in. So Jolteon would have to tank one Ice Beam, or probably Blizzard, honestly. But if we do, knowing that they still have their Jolteon, I think we need to keep Graveler alive. We can't just pivot outside of Graveler. Yeah, I think we just gotta we can't sacrifice Graveler. We still need him. So we'll go Jolteon. Blizzard has a 10% chance to miss. Not this time. Okay. We need to be faster. Okay. Oh, I wish that would have taken it out. Blizzard can still miss. But it doesn't. Oh, and a crit too. All right, Kadabra should be faster, I think. So Kadabra could finish this off. So we've still got our Graveler for his Jolteon. Okay, that's a good outspeed. So our Psychic could still do pretty solid damage against his Lapras, his Moltres, his Dragonite. Okay, went back to Jolteon. So assuming that he's going to go back to his old idea and try to Thunder Wave, we'll go back to Graveler. Still don't know what he has as his anchor.
What's that? The move failed to click. How will this swap affect
I think at this point, we do go Earthquake. Yes? Well, I guess not. Let's go with a Seismic Toss, see what they do. Because if they switch out, then Seismic Toss does some damage. If they don't switch out, I don't think they could do much to our Graveler. Toxic, I guess? I don't know. I think we go Seismic Toss, because... Okay, Pin Missile. So that's fine, too. That doesn't do any damage. So that means they don't have... I guess it doesn't necessarily mean they don't have Moltres. Because they're switching in more about what's super effective for them, less about what hurts them, I think.
What'll it do? Oh, the attack missed.
So it's not just, oh, hey, the opponent, as the opponent, I've got a flying Pokemon, he's going to use Earthquake, obviously, so I'm going to switch into that. I think they switch into that Articuno because the Ice Beam would have been more effective against us. So this could still absolutely be the Dragonite or Moltres. But it's Tauros. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. It's just going to have normal moves.
It's biding its time.
It-
What's that? Goodness.
Okay, this bide's going to absolutely murder us.
Number one is conceding an ace.
Well, maybe, I mean... Huh. Bide is such a weird move. So Bide's going to do...
Tearing each other down.
It's is going to do the damage we've done to it back to us. Double, right?
The
And,
trainer hasn't issued an order.
but it does take type effectiveness into consideration, I think. So it's really just doing the damage we do back to us, one to one. So we've done 60, about 60 damage to it.
Hasn't issued an order.
So it's going to do 60 to us. We could use Seismic Toss.
What's the matter, trainer?
I don't know. I think we just...
The trainer hasn't issued an order.
I think I want Seismic Toss because it's going to do less damage. Strength might even do less than that. But I think we want Seismic Toss here because then it would be a guaranteed 2-turn. Let's try that. Let's try that. I might also be getting absolutely punished here, and it not taking type effectiveness into consideration. It might just do the double damage back to us no matter what.
The intense battle continues.
All right, we're gonna try Seismic Toss.
They go into battle.
If this thing kills, I think we're still fine because Kadabra can do okay. Wait, it's still biting? It's...
Yeah, it's a hit. Oh!
Was that not 2 turns of bind? I don't know. It doesn't matter. We did it.
The champion
You'd think I know how bind works after fighting Brock so many damn times, but... Oh, boy. That's great. That was so much easier than we built it up to be after the last time. And we used all of our guys. I mean, last time we had that Doug trio that we just couldn't find a real use for, and it really is the difference between Dig and Earthquake. It's, you know, both are 100 base power, at least in this generation, 100 base power ground moves. Stab ground for both Doug trio and Graveler, but having one happen the turn you pick it versus having to take a second turn to dig underground first and give them an ability to switch. I think that made a real difference into why Graveler was more effective here. That's awesome. I'm great. Oh, great. We've unlocked Doduo mode on our Game Boy. The Game Boy we can't play in the Game Boy Tower because we can't use a transfer pack in the in this Nintendo Switch Online version. So if you're not familiar with what this means, Doduo mode on this. So basically, this is the Game Boy. This is a Game Boy player. They've emulated, or they have the ability to emulate Generation 1, Red, Blue, and Yellow in this game. You could bring in. It's not even bringing in. It is you put your cartridge in the GBA transfer pack, which goes into the back of your N64 controller. And then when you load up Pokemon Stadium, you can go to the GB Tower and you can play your Pokemon game like you could with like a Super Game Boy on the Super Nintendo. And you can play it here on your Nintendo 64 on your big screen television. How great is that? But one of the bonuses they added in here, also it's only the Pokemon games. You can't play any other Game Boy game on your Nintendo 64. That would be too easy, right? So only the ones they wanted you to play. In Pokemon Stadium 2, they add in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, but that's it. You're still only playing Pokemon games here. But when you beat the Master Ball Cup here, you get this Doduo mode, which means you can up the speed by double. You can 2 times speed, so you're starting to fly through that. And there is also a Dodrio mode. And I don't know if that means I have to beat the Prime Cup Master Ball or if it's the Gym Leader Challenge, or maybe it's either. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see if and when we unlock it, and then it won't matter anyway because again we still can't play with it. But that is what that does. Man, I'm feeling good. What's our time? Oh, it's only 1 hour and 14 minutes. Look at that. Could have brought in a friend. Would have been fine. Let's end the way we always end, with a mini game. We still have a couple of mini games we haven't played yet, right? We haven't played the Ekans one, which I remember not being very fun. It's kind of like a Hungry Hippos thing, or like an opposite of a Hungry Hippos in a way. I don't know if we've done Thundering Dynamo yet. I don't think we have. And then we've definitely not done Sushi Go Round because this is a fucking classic. I think we save the Sushi Go round for when we have a guest on. Let's do Thundering Dynamo because I remember that one being not as fun. We're just charging hidden A or B. Little Simon Says action here. And we're Voltorb. So you just got to switch. Oh God, that's bad. I don't know if there's a man. That was terrible. I don't know if there's a delay. I don't think there is. Or if just when you switch, man, that was an immediate switch. I think you have to. I think it's actually better not to mash in this and to just quickly, but also carefully, because when you choose the wrong one, you lose a big chunk of energy. So you know what? First time ever, we're gonna play this again just to confirm that that's how this works. So now I'm gonna mash a little bit less. Well, I did a lot better, but I still did the worst. Yikes. Okay. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. You can't take our Master Ball win away from us. Oh, man. Okay, I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. So, we'll bring a friend on next time. I imagine we'll probably go to the Pika Cup next. But we could certainly start on the Prime Cup as well, which does have 4 tiers. Same tiers we just did here. So we've got 1, 5, and then this Gym Leader Castle to take on as well. I think we'll end with the Gym Leader Castle because this seems scary, right? So yeah, who knows? We'll handful of episodes left. This might be like a halfway point in a way. I don't remember much about the Gym Leader Castle. Maybe that's really long and we're only like a third of the way in. But in any case, I've been Chase Kennedy. This has been Stadium Brats. Man, thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate the comments that have been posted on the channel. It's been a lot of fun for me. I like playing Pokemon, and I like the extra strategic element you're getting here with one, using these rentals, which are generally pretty bad, and 2, getting to think about Pokemon in a more competitive way. I'm not a competitive Pokemon player. I never want to be. I've never wanted to be, and that kind of, playing only with the very best Pokemon isn't my thing. I like to just play with my favorites. But it is also a little mind numbing, as I'm sure any Pokemon fan can understand, when you play the vanilla games and you go, man, the computer's making all sorts of mistakes. We're just rolling over everything. Maybe you've over leveled a Pokemon at some point and you're just steamrolling. And so it is kind of nice to have this middle ground of some competitive strategic elements in here without having to go the full competitive route, which is why I found Nuzlocke to be pretty cool too. I'm not a big Nuzlocker. I do have one Nuzlocke on this channel. My friend Johnny Amazich and I did a Nuzlocke of Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl. I think we played Shining Pearl. Maybe we played Diamond. I don't know. One of the two. They're functionally the same. But we played that on the channel. You can go back and watch those and see how we did. I think actually Johnny will be the next guest for this whenever I am able to strategize with him to make that happen. Also, we've got some holidays coming up here really soon. Not sure if this is going to be the last episode for a bit. It might have to wait until the new year. We'll see. But keep your eyes peeled. Stadium Brats, we'll finish this thing. It's just a matter of when. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you next time.